Hey guys, HotRod08 here, and welcome to Support Patch Notes 8.6, where I will be going over the changes that affect support champions for each patch during Season 8, as well as providing a place for you guys to discuss the changes below. Now, before we get started into the support patch notes, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I come out with support-related content on a weekly basis and would love your support to the channel. Now, let's get straight into our changes. Now, the first change we're going to be talking about is going to be one of my favorite changes that I've already made a video over, and that is going to be a buff that is going to be coming to Rakan. Now, if you'd like to watch a video I made recently on why I think Rakan is going to become a really good champion support in patch 8.6, I'll link a card to that video in the top right corner. We'll go over the basics in this video. So basically, his Q damage ratio is going to be increased from 50% to 60%. His WAP ratio is going to be increased from 50% to 70%. And then his E range to regular champions is going to be increased from 600 range to 700 range. Now, they are nerfing the bonus range towards Xayah from 400 to 300, but it's still going to equal the same amount of range that is currently, since they're adding 100 here. With these three changes, it's going to make Rakan a lot more viable with other AD carry picks rather than just going with Xayah. Speaking of that, we do have to mention one thing with Xayah down here. What they're doing, they are nerfing the damage that Rakan and Xayah do together with Xayah's W, Deadly Plumage. It states, while Deadly Plumage is active on both Xayah and Rakan when one of them basic attacks an enemy, now, instead of both their Deadly Plumages strike the enemy, now says only their own Deadly Plumage strikes the enemy. So it's going to lower the damage that Xayah and Rakan do together with her W. But Gran, he's still getting the damage increases on his Q and E. So when Xayah and Rakan are together, it should be about the same as it is in patch 8.5. But with every other AD carry that he is matched up with, is definitely going to be a buff to him. Moving on to our items, we are going to be having the return of Shurelya's Reverie, which used to be an item in the game. It was removed for a while, and now it's coming back. The active effect is, it says, grants users and nearby allies 40% movement speed for 3 seconds, and that's on a 60% cooldown. The other stats of the item is it costs 2,100 gold. It's built out of Aether Wisp and Kindle Gem, plus 450 gold after that. Gives you 40 ability power, 200 health, 10% cooldown reduction, and 8% movement speed. So this item is going to be really good on champions that want to initiate for their team, such as Rakan or Alistar or Leona, that need to catch up to the enemies, as well as have their allies catch up. So some build paths are going to be changed based around this item. I think it's going to be a pretty good item. One thing I'm curious about is I would love to see a Zilean build both Shurelya's Reverie and the Twin Shadows, so having the ability to send out the double ghost and then speed up his team as well as his own ability to speed up allies. I think that'd be crazy. I might actually try that just for the fun of it. But nevertheless, a lot of these build paths are going to be changed based on Shurelya's Reverie. It's going to be a fun item to build. I'll definitely be building it on Rakan. Next, we're going to be talking about a few summoner spell changes. So Ignite is going to actually be getting buffed. So instead of the current damage at the moment from 70 to 410 damage, it's going to be 80 to 505 damage. So it's going to do more damage both early and later in the game if you choose Ignite. And then simultaneously, they're actually nerfing Heal. So they're going to be raising the cooldown from 240 seconds to 270 seconds. Riot said their idea behind this is they want people that choose offensive capabilities to have a chance to beat people that take defensive capabilities. So the cooldown on Ignite is going to be 210 seconds now, and Heal is going to be at 270 seconds. So you're going to have a whole minute if one person chooses Ignite and the other person chooses Heal in order to take advantage of them not having their own summoner spell. I think this is going to make more aggressive bot laners, such as maybe Nami in the laning phase, Alistar, tanks like Leona, have a better time actually being able to all in and kill, with the changes to Ignite doing more damage, and the AD carries heal being on a longer cooldown. So it's definitely going to be a buff to more aggressive laners in the bot lane. And finally, we are going to be going to our runes, and we're actually going to talk about the addition of a new rune called Chrysalis. So this rune states, start the game with an additional 60 health. When you get 4 takedowns, which is kills and or assists, consume that health to gain an adaptive bonus of 9 attack damage or 15 ability power. So basically this is going to be used on champions that are relatively squishy in the early game, such as maybe like Rakan or Nami, or Janna, that want to have ability power later in the game but don't want to die so fast early in the game. So they'll start off the game with additional health and then switch over to ability power once it gets later in the game. I think it's going to be a fun rune to take. What it's doing, it's going to be replacing this third line in the resolve tree. So they're actually removing Iron Skin and Mirror Shell, the ones that give the flat armor and the flat magic resist. So this line is now going to have either Conditioning, Second Wind, or this new Chrysalis rune. I'm not, as I said in the other video, I'm not going to be taking Chrysalis in games that maybe they have a lot of assassins where that extra armor might be good, but in games that you're not going to get bursted down so easily by either magic penetration or lethality, Chrysalis is definitely going to be a good rune to pick up. So those are going to be all the changes that affect support champions and patch 8.6. What do you think? Do you enjoy the changes that are coming up? Comment below. I will respond to whoever comments about your own opinions, and we can go back and forth. But rather than that, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for future patch notes and other support-related content I send out. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have a great day today. Thanks much. Bye.